we're gonna start off walking to the old Sparky room, which is where the electric chair was, or is actually. You'll see it here in a second. I'm gonna walk over there to start. So I can't do anything about this elevator light, guys, but I will show you. Old Sparky, right there, is where 315 people had died on that thing. So right now, this is my first time actually in this location as a solo. So I didn't get to do my solo last night, so I'm starting off with the solos. I said I wanted to go to Old Sparky, and sorry D, but I am taking over for a second, because the first thing I want to do is, after I leave here, I'm going to make my way to the solo room, which there's a chair in the middle of the room, and rumor is if you sit in there in the pitch black, dark by yourself, people have been attacked. So I'm going to put that to the test. I am putting that out right now so everybody can hear it. I am putting that to the test. I will sit in there in the pitch black quiet. I didn't even get my light, so I don't even have a light right now. I'm going to be walking through this thing with lightless because I forgot to grab my headlamp. I'll just be using this camera right here as my light. I am going to change the batteries out in the music box. But right now, how do I feel as my first time in this thing? I feel fine right now. It is very creepy when you're walking through and it's pitch black. You can't see anything. Usually I have my little red light, but I don't have it this time. But yeah, I know that supposedly things happen on the stairs occasionally where you can hear little sounds right behind me going up the stairs occasionally, but I'm only coming up here for my little start, and then I'm gonna work my way to the solo room, and that's where we're gonna start my first little thing, and then I'll let D handle it after that. You good with that, D? I'm saying, are you good with that? That is true. I'm just letting you know ahead of time. I think I could get there that stairs, but I'm gonna go to the other stairs because I know that way. You can see that's where we're set up out there. Can't see a thing. Can't see a thing. I will pull out my phone and use the flashlight when I have to change out batteries though. Is this the room? That is not the room. I gotta go one more floor. These stairs are beating my ass, but I can't see anything. Give me a second to see a little bit. All right. See where there's the music box. So that's me sitting in the music box. Turn this camera towards me while I change this battery. Real quick. All right. So you can see this thing goes off if you go in front of it. It's a little muffled, there it goes. Makes a little creepy sound as you can hear it. So, see it right there on the ground, outside of the room that I'm about to walk into. All right, so this is the chair right behind me. We have a laser grid in here, so you'll see this behind me. Got D, you can see me over here. This is the chair. I'm gonna sit in this chair for about 10 minutes, nice and quiet, and just see if anything wants to interact with me. All right. So I'll do a little mix where I'll have the camera facing me, and then I'll also show you down the hallway. If you want to see down the hallway, a little mixture, but actually I'll show you the hallway because Dee can see me on that camera. So I'm gonna sit in here for about 10 minutes. I've heard the rumors that if you sit in here nice and quiet, relaxed by yourself, things can go crazy, you can get attacked. So I am openly allowing that to happen if something wants to interact with me. I will be sitting in here. Feel free to make yourself known. You still with me, Dee? All right, I don't know how long I've been in here. I feel like it's been definitely over 10 minutes. Dee, I'm gonna make one more little audible, and this is more for Kathy. And then you got complete control after that. I'm gonna move to the end of this hall on the right of me, which is where Kathy saw her first apparition. I'm gonna set up the music box in there and see if we can get anything to set off the music box, and then I'm yours, Dee. Okay, so as I was sitting here in the complete quiet, which if I had to guess was probably about 12, 13 minutes. I was doing multiple things. I was trying to mess with this camera to zoom in on the stairs, because there's a stairway directly in front of me that you can see on my camera. We have another camera on it that leads up to the chapel, which there's been sightings of things going up and down the stairs. So I was zooming in on here to see if anything would catch on that. And then at one point I was just staring into the abyss back there, the darkness, not looking at the phone, at the camera, just looking straight ahead, because how I think our mind played a lot of tricks on us. So I was just trying to stare into the darkness and see if I can allow my mind to play any tricks on me with anything I see over there. My phone keeps vibrating. That just scared the crap out of me. And then I was looking to the left and right. We have this laser grid that blinks. So I'm looking over here to see if you sitting here and that laser grid wasn't in here. With the paint chips in here, I can see how your mind can play tricks with you with such low light, and you can see certain things moving around you with just a little bit of low light. Now, do I think it was a spirit or something like that? Probably not. Do I think it's your mind probably playing tricks on you? That's what I would lean towards. So I was trying to recreate all that stuff to myself while I was sitting here, and just hoping something would happen. I was hoping something would happen with my pants, maybe my hat would move. And again, there may be something we missed when we go back and look at this camera, that maybe my pants do get a little tug and I didn't feel it. We'll have to wait and see for that, but that was initially what I was thinking while I was sitting here. When I tracked the room, I was just looking at the way that the light reflects from the laser grid on the wall, because I can see how it looks like there could be things moving to your left and right because of that laser grid. Now, I've never had anything that catch my gaze straight in front of me, but in the room I could see like where you might see a little shadow play because of the reflection bouncing off the wall and all the chips. So that would, I think, but one big thing I was really looking forward, or I was hoping would happen, but also not hoping it would happen at the same time, was that this door would shut while I'm in here. Because if that shuts, that's my only way out. So sorry, Kathy and everybody, but that door would probably be ran through if I had to. If it didn't want to open, I'd pay to fix it later, but it did not, it has not moved. But that was one thing I was like, maybe that will move, maybe it won't, we'll see. Anything else, Dee? Am I good to go into the next room over there? All right. I'm going to make my way. When I walk out, I'm going to turn around and show you the room and the chair I was sitting in again, so everybody can have a view of it. By the way, I can't see a thing because I don't have any light, so I'm literally using this camera. So that's where I was sitting. That's all it is. That's the hallway. I'm gonna grab this box, this music box. Let me grab my phone so I can have a little bit of light so I don't trip on one of these cords and pull Taylor. All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm making my way to where Kathy saw an apparition, and we're gonna see if we can get something that wants to interact with me. All right. Okay. Can you see me, D, in this camera? Okay. So, in this room right here is where Kathy saw her first apparition. So, I set the music box right there. There's D, you can see me there. And I just want to see if we can get anything to set off this music box right here. Let me get in this corner. If anything wants to interact with me, I got a music box. All you have to do is walk in front of it and it will set it off, and you can let me know you're here. I don't know if, oh, there's a bird. Oh, just flew right by me. Not a bird on the ground. So it went off, but I think I have been able to walk near it and I can set it off by the movements. So I wanted to see it continuously go off. So if there's something in here, I need you to stand in front of that music box and make it continuously go off. There's a light. If you just like the light, you can set the light off. If you want to dance a jig in front of it, feel free. I did say dance a jig. Remember, this prison was old. They could be jiving to the music. I need more than that. I need you to set it off continuously. If you want me to sit down on this bench instead of standing, if I'm too intimidating by standing up, I was going to say, walk in front of it for a second, and I'll sit down. If you set that light off, I'll sit down, so I'm not as intimidating. I'll take that as you want me to sit down. I'll take a seat. So let's see if you can set the thing off the whole time then. I need it set off for a while, not just for one little glance. Because otherwise that could just be a one-off. That could not be anything. It could be me walking on the ground, moving, anything. I need you to stay in front of that for a second. Set it off. Keep it going. No, don't walk away. You gotta stay there. Even if you want, you can literally draw something on that window right there behind it if you want. There's a little dust on it. Draw something for me. If you don't want to stand in front of the music, you can just put my initials. Put your initial. Put a handprint. Or just set that off. So right now the light is going off. The music isn't because it gets stuck at times. But the light is going off. I'm going to tap it so that way it can continuously make the music if you want. If you don't want me to, knock this camera out of my hand. There you go. There's your music back. There you go. Keep setting it off. When you stop, when you move away from it and it doesn't play music anymore, it gets caught. If you want to hear it continuously, keep it going. Stay in front of it the whole time. Draw my initials. If you don't want to draw my initials, draw Maeve's initials, which are MY or TR for Taylor Russ. Have it on that. We'll sit them here on their solo and we can investigate and see if their initials are on the window when they come up. Or you can put mine GB if you want. We can still test it. You can do it when I leave this area if you're not comfortable doing it in front of me. If you want to make yourself seen, feel free. I don't actually believe in ghosts and all that. So if you want to make yourself known and prove to me otherwise, feel free. No, gotta keep it going. Those little one-offs don't prove anything to me. That could be the building creaking, could be anything setting that thing off. I need you to be in front of it. You want me to set it up higher? I'll put it up on the bench. So that way you have a better view, so it's easier for you if you want. All right, it is now on the bench. So if you want to set it off on the bench, now you can go in front of it instead of it being on the floor. Set it off. D doesn't like dance a jig, so if you want to shake your tail feather, you can do that. I'm just I'm just trying to get some dancing in here. We got hardwood floors. They can do some country line dancing if they prefer that. I don't care. They can stomp around. Set that music box off. It's now sitting on that bench. And if you don't want to set the music box, again, you can draw on that window right there, GB, MY, TR, or even DW. D, I'm sorry, I gotta give them the opportunity, equal opportunity. If they want to write DW, maybe we'll get D'Angelo in here. See, now that I set it up on the bench, I feel like it was the floor setting it off. It wasn't actually anything because it's not gone off since I set it up on the bench, which that would make me not be a believer that it was malfunctioning on the ground. But again, I know other people will say, no, it could have been something and then you scared it away when you moved it. But I just need repeatable things. I moved it up, couldn't get it to go off. Again, I'm trying, we'll see. If you don't want to interact with that, feel free to tug my shirt, knock my hat off. Interact with me. Knock. Walk towards me. Anything you want to do. You don't have to do it in this room, you can do it in a different room. If you want, you can walk in front of the laser grid. Stand in front of it for a minute. If you don't like me, we got 2 more people coming after me, you can interact with them. They'll be by themselves too. D, when we come out, I do want you to, I'm gonna take my shirt off. I want you to just make sure I have no marks on my back coming out from that, sitting in that room. I didn't feel anything, but again, you never know. So we will test that when I come out. That's the mirror. Let me walk over here and show people. There's no DWs. There's nothing on this mirror. They can draw if they want. I know there's a light right there, but that's me setting that off. All right, D, what you got? What you want me to do? I know you're itching. Attic it is. All right. I am heading to the attic. You want me to bring the music box out? Got it. I'm gonna turn it off. And then I am gonna have this light on so I can actually see going to this attic. That's fine. Yep. Okay. There's a bat that just flew in there. You can see it flying around. I heard you for a second. One time. I didn't hear you a lot, just once. All right. So I'm making my way to the attic right now. We were here yesterday, and when we were here yesterday, we had something that scared the bejesus out of Maeve, where she froze, and Taylor was freaking out, and it ended up being an animal in the ductwork. That when I walked over there, I found that out. We are now in the attic, and I am going to commence at turning the lights off. Lights are off. So D, I know there's been rumors of things moving around back here. I'm gonna face the music box back this way. You good with that? So there's been rumors of things walking across back here. So I'm gonna set the music box facing that way. Correct. Turn this camera towards me or behind me so you can see what I'm doing for a second. If it would have groped the music box, you would have kept doing it and didn't keep doing it. It's a lousy groper if that's the case. All right. So I got this music box right here. The entrance is over there. If anything up here wants to interact with me, feel free, it's just me. Got a camera back here and a camera right here. Got a music box, you can walk in front of it, set it off, let me know you're here. It'll play a little music song for you. Yesterday we were up here, we heard animals in the ductwork. Just looking back the same way that we had heard the things in the ductwork. No, I was just seeing if we do. If I do, I know where it's at. I'll walk towards it and see if it's the same thing again, if I hear something. Okay, so last night we were up in the attic. We were sitting where the way I'm facing right now, down there at the far end by the showers, and we thought we heard scratching, like someone was walking, and we kept asking it to walk closer and closer, and we kept hearing scratching. Didn't say it was getting closer, but we just kept hearing it. And Maeve happened to experience or freeze. She didn't know what to do, and Taylor was. He's like, it's getting closer, it's getting closer. And then I asked it to run towards us. It didn't get faster, but it kept scratching. And then Maeve was finally like, Gary, go see what that was. So then I walked down there to go see what it was, and it happened to be an animal in that duct right there that I am showing right there. It was right there in there. Got a music box right here. Want to walk in front of it. So right now I'm just feeling very hot. It's very hot up here. I was sweating in the chair too, and I'm sweating up here right now. But I don't feel uneasy or anything right now. I just feel really hot. I am dripping sweat. Yeah, so right now I'm not seeing anything on the cameras. I'm not feeling anything. I don't really smell anything. I'm just dripping sweat. That's all that I've actually am experiencing. I'm just zooming in on the camera to make sure there's nothing I don't see on the camera, so I'm not picking up anything. I hear creaks, but to me the creaks are just the building. It's not like a constant. It's just like something shifted in the building. It's not like a walk or anything like that. Or it could have been like a bird landing, or could have been an animal scratching like yesterday. But that's not as prominent as that was. Best I could say is probably the creaks that I hear in my house with wind and stuff. Now I just heard something. And what I just heard was, it sounded like, the best way to describe it is it sounded like sonar. The sound that sonar makes. I can hear the wind blowing outside. Oh, that was a bird. That was a bat that flew by me. Okay, so or a bird. So that was the sonar sound I just heard. I just caught it on my camera. It flew right in front of my face. And it sounded the same thing like that sonar sound. Oh, there went another one, flew by. Yep, so that's the sound that sonar is making. Is the sonar sound is something, it's a bird or bat or something flying above me or by me. At least that's what this camera it looks like on the camera. I am dripping sweat. Oh. Honestly, D, I feel like it's very, like, nothing up here. What you thinking, D? All right. All right, well, what, you want me to come out and send the next one in? All right, you want me to leave the music box? All right. Correct. Let me grab my phone so I can actually see getting out of this thing. Maybe I won't get dive bombed. All right, I'm working my way out, down from the attic right now. Heard a sound the first time, which was a sonar sounding thing. And then that happened 2 more times, but both times that happened, I saw a bat on the camera. So I think I was able to pretty much debunk it being a bat or a bird. Either way, it was something that flew in front of me. And then now I am heading down back to the chapel, down past the chapel, on my way out. There was the room I was in earlier, and now we go down the stairs. So, let me flip this camera. So all in all, I don't think I experienced anything personally on this one, on my first solo in this building. And it's unfortunate, but it's usually what happens. So it's not a surprise. I'm hoping something got stirred up or will get stirred up for Taylor and Maeve on their solos. But you never know. And I did that whole thing without a headlamp. And now we make our way back to the tent. And we're back at the tent.